Hi, welcome. I am Hannah, and this is the Theology Therapist channel. We talk about all things mental health, spirituality, and how to feel well in a world that is constantly bombarding you with things that are going to make that really difficult. Today is Good Friday when I'm filming this, and I hope as it's published. It is the end of Lent and Easter, and I want to talk to you today about the other side of Easter, the dark emotions of Easter and emotional manipulation that can happen during this period in Christian churches. So let's get started. Okay, so before we do, this video is not for you. If you are a current practicing Christian who believes in the Bible's inerrancy, who believes in the Bible's infallibility, if that's you and you have a hard time hearing things that maybe conflict with what you believe, just skip this video because it ain't for you. If though you are someone whose beliefs have shifted since you were in the community that you were raised in, or since fundamentalism, welcome to our Easter Good Friday episode. All right, so enough on that. Let's get into Easter. Easter is probably the biggest holiday in the Christian tradition. You might think of Christmas, but Christmas is actually more of a Hallmark holiday than it is necessarily a religious. It is now religious as well, but it didn't begin religious, and that the sort of hallmarkness of it made its religious importance bigger. Whereas that's not the case with Easter. Easter is probably the biggest Christian religious holiday of the year. It starts 40 days prior to Easter, and it's not the same day every year. That changes. The 40 days prior, depending on the type of Christian that you grew up as, or you are now, those 40 days likely look different. I did not grow up in a Christian denomination that celebrated the period of Lent. It was like, that wasn't a thing. It was like all of a sudden we're here and it's Good Friday, which we didn't do anything for, and here we're at Easter. But probably the majority of the Christian faith celebrates the period of Lent, which is the 40 days leading up to Easter, with culminating in the week before with Palm Sunday, and then you have Good Friday, which is today, and then Easter Sunday. And this is all really leading up to the death of Jesus as it's told in the Bible. So just like different churches have different traditions around Lent, so do their traditions around Easter celebration change. One of the things that I think comes through over and over again, though, with Easter is, so Good Friday, right, today, is the day that we remember the death or the crucifixion of Jesus. It's like the most probably somber day of the year. What the problem or the dark side of Easter comes when the message that you hear during Lent and the message that you hear on Easter Sunday is only and all about Good Friday. The message that Easter has the potential to convey through messages about like death and sin is that you are not good enough and that you have to keep striving to earn your worth. This kind of thing really crosses denominations. It's not necessarily that one denomination is like the main culprit of this, but that messages around sin and the death of Jesus can really create this underlying belief that you are the cause of someone's death. You caused Jesus to die. Because of that, you implicitly develop this underlying sense of feeling guilty, like you've done something wrong. that you should be guilty for. This is the problem that can materialize in Easter celebrations with this holiday, is that you learn the belief that you've done something wrong, that you have something to be guilty for, that you were the cause of someone's death. Easter is the biggest holiday, so because it's so foundational to the Christian faith, this thing is deeply rooted. So you, without knowing it, come away with this belief of being undeserving and of your badness, right? Good Friday is, depending on the community that you're a part of, the message that comes through is one about your badness. And that is problematic because you are good. You are good. And it can be so hard to unlearn that belief years after you no longer believe those same religious tenets anymore. That being said, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about, and I wanted to experiment here today with this fairly short Easter video and see what you think. So I see a lot of therapists showing up in looking fairly professional and like with whiteboards or presentations maybe, and that's great. That looks really professional. The thing that I wanted to talk to you about is, you might notice today my hair is in a ponytail, I've got my glasses on, no makeup, I've got like my Patagonia like fuzzy second layer on. This is just me. And I don't know, I think the YouTube videos that I like watching the most or when I feel like I'm getting a look into someone's life and I'm getting to know them personally. So if I'm always showing up here as like my therapist self, I think that can be really helpful because I am a therapist and I am a business owner. And at the same time, outside of that, I'm also a human. And so I am actually really busy today. And I just thought, oh my gosh, I don't have time to put on a full face of makeup and do my hair before I go to the gym so that I can make this video. I just thought, you know what? I want to see people who are real, and I'm wondering if you do too. So this is my experiment. I'm curious from you how you feel hearing from psychologists and therapists on YouTube who show up a little bit more every day at times instead of more professional. So if you have thoughts about that, let me know in the comments. I love to hear your respectful comments and meet you there respectfully as well. Now back to the video. The other thing that can happen, that can develop during this time, is this striving. So the striving for perfection, because you're trying to avoid the guilt trip and the sense of badness. In order to do that, you have to strive and you have to work hard and you have to always be on guard and you have to do everything that you can in order to be perfect so that your sins, or depending on where your faith lies now, so that you're not contributing anymore, at least, to the death of Jesus. And this striving for perfectionism creates a perfectionism guilt shame spiral. It doesn't leave even after you no longer believe these things anymore, or even after you might be in a more balanced community. That perfectionism guilt shame spiral sticks around because it has laid the foundation for the beliefs that you're not good enough, that you are bad, and that you have to earn your worth. That keeps just going in this vicious circle. I think these are maybe the top two reasons, are the other side of this Easter season. That Easter isn't always necessarily just Easter egg hunts and bunnies, but there are these messages that can convey these really harmful things, these really harmful beliefs about who we are. And the last thing that I'll say about this is that Easter Sunday is celebrating the resurrection of Jesus, right? It is a message of hope. The reason why Easter can become problematic is because there are communities in which you're not hearing a message of hope. That was the case in the community where I grew up, was that we didn't celebrate Lent. We didn't have an extra service for Good Friday or like any of the midweek services. We just came on Sunday for the Easter Sunday. And the message was primarily about crucifixion and death, and oftentimes graphic. And that is emotional manipulation. That can be really upsetting. So what is problematic is when all you're learning about, or the overarching message that you receive, is one that fuels the beliefs that you are bad, that you have to earn your worth, you are not good enough. This video is short because, like I said, I am a human and I don't have a ton of time today, but I just wanted to pop into your subscriptions page. So if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button with bell notifications so that you can get notifications on your subscriptions page when we do have these spur of the moment videos. I just want to have a little public announcement. As you can see, my lighting is different today, and that is because it is like raining and so dark that I've got to have some like ring lights around me, and I know that the lighting is not ideal, but I really wanted to put this video out, and this was the best I could do because it's like raining every day for the week where I'm at.
Yeah, from the future popping in over here to say that this is a woman show. I am editing this video now. There is no production team. So as this channel grows, that's the production quality. So bear with me for now. And I hope that you will let me know some of the types of videos that you want to see more of, and the topics that are important to you.
So I wanted to pop into your subscriptions page to inject your holiday weekend that you might or might not be celebrating with just a little reminder that this weekend you might have Easter egg hunts to go to or services to attend. But remember to pay attention to the message, because if it is a message about your brokenness or your sinfulness or your not good enoughness or how you have to work in order to earn the love of God or like make up for the death of Jesus, ask yourself, what is this message doing? What is it teaching me? Because your inherent worth is good. Okay, I have got to run now. Gotta go get ready for the gym. But before I leave you, I wanted to let you know that in the month of April, I will be hosting an intro to meditation course. Super excited about this. I am in a 2-year meditation teacher certificate program, and this practicum is one of the requirements for the teacher certification. It will be on Fridays throughout April. There will be 4 of them, 60 minutes from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern, all online. So I will leave a link in the description below if you are interested in signing up for that. I would love to have you and actually get to meet you off of YouTube. That would be so fun. Be well, friends. See you next time.